What I want to do today is test some Fiocchi 40 grain VMAX ammo. I'm going to test it at 50, 100, and 200 yards, and I'm going to test it out of two guns. One is going to be a AR I built that has a Seekins Precision 10.5-inch barrel with a 1 7 twist with a Trek T suppressor by Gemtech. The other rifle is going to be another AR I built with a Faxon 18-inch, what they call a heavy fluted barrel, and it will have a Trump suppressor on it. And we'll start with it.
You gotta turn the Ranger out. There you gotta push up on this. Wonder how much this will hold. I'll make a truck.
Okay, let's see how we did. First thing I'm going to look at is the velocity, and this is the screen from the review screen from Lab Radar, and you can see it had an average of 3307, and you can see the other data, 3379, 3240, extreme spread 139 feet per second. That's not bad out of 3300 or so. Standard deviation is 34, and that's about what I've been seeing from commercial ammo. And I fired 14 shots, so that average 3307 is based on 14 shots. That's a pretty good representation. I didn't video all the shooting, but let's take a look at the target. And this represents once I've got it zeroed. I wasn't zeroed for 40 grain, so once I got it zeroed, I did a couple of confirmation tests of three-shot groups, and you can see the big bullseye in the center. There's a good group there, and if you look up at the small red dot up in the upper left, there's a good group there. Now those are not quite as good as they look, because this is 50 yards, and 50 yards they ought to almost be touching. Some think that if you shoot lightweight bullets through long barrels that have as much twist as these do, the 18-inch has a 1 8, the bullet will overspin. Before this is over, I think I'm going to disprove that. All right, next we'll shoot the short barrel, the 10.5-inch, and see what we get from it. Well, I didn't video all the shooting I did, but I think that's enough for you to see pretty much what I was doing. And we'll take a look at the average velocity and the numbers. Here's the Lab Radar printout or readout for the 10.5-inch barrel. We've got a 2901 average velocity of 14 shots, and we've got, again, that standard deviation about 30, I guess it's close to 33 for 14 shots. And again, that's in that ballpark of what I've been saying. So what this boils down to, started at 3309 feet per second with a 18-inch barrel, and the velocity, average velocity, dropped to 2901 with a 10.5-inch barrel. So in losing the 7 inches of barrel, we lost something like 400 feet per second of velocity at the muzzle. And if you divide that out by the 7.5 inches, you come up with about 55 inches, 55 feet per second per inch. So that was kind of interesting. All right, let's take a look at the 50-yard target for the 10.5-inch barrel. As you look at this, realize there are only 3-shot groups here. Well, there is one exception, that upper right red dot. Looking at the center dot, the bottom 3 shots, that little group, that's where it hit when I initially sighted it in. Slightly over adjusted and hit the next 3. Then I went up to the upper left dot, that red dot, and there are 3 shots there. The 2 in one hole is in near the center of the red, and I shot one more group, and I had an outlier on it, and you can see by the sad face where it landed. But the 3 shots that hit the red dot represent some pretty good accuracy of this ammo, even out of a 10-inch barrel. So the next step will be moving on to 100 yards next video.